Hey YouTube. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys 25 cards that I have lined up for my next PSA submission when they open their doors again for submissions. I've had these aside for a little bit and I'm excited to share them with you. Before I jump into this, if you guys can go down and smash that like button, that subscribe button, that would really help me out a lot. Again, I'm excited to share this collection with you guys. We've got a bunch of autos in here and a bunch of cards that I think should grade well. Without any further ado, let's jump into it. Okay, I'm going to put these off to the side because I don't want any spoilers. But the first one, as you guys have seen, is going to be the base paper Shohei Ohtani. Now, we all know Shohei Ohtani is in the running for AL MVP this year. I think all of his cards have been gold. I wish I had, tons more. But I've got a couple off in grading now, and I'm definitely going to be sending this one as well. I try to look at my cards and I try to judge how I think they would grade. Of course, when we send them off, they may not come back all tens like we would love, but I also try to consider, hey, would I really like to have these cards in a slab? And some of these that we go through, I honestly just want to have them in slabs, and that's why I'm submitting them. But again, here we go. First one I'm submitting, first Bowman paper, Shohei Ohtani 2018. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to kind of go through these pretty quick as I don't think I need to spend too much time on them. There is a little bit of a story on this guy. So this is the Topps Finest Shohei Ohtani rookie. I originally saw this at a local card store, and I think he was selling it for $5 like 3 years ago. And I walked away from it at the time. So when I saw this again on eBay for $15, I'd say 6 months ago, right when the season was just starting, I jumped all over it. I just think it's a cool looking card, and it's a Shohei Ohtani that I didn't already have that I just wanted. So now I'm going to send it off and see how it does. Next up, I've got two of the Shohei Ohtani flagship Topps Chrome. I think these cards are both super, super clean. I think these both should 10, but then again, as I said, there's always a little bit of risk involved when you send them. If you think they're going to be 10s, you might have a good track record and you could still come up with a 9, sometimes an 8. But I think all these cards should do well, and hopefully when I get them back, I can share with you the grades that I got, and we can do some comparing. But here we go, two beautiful Shohei Ohtani flagship chromes. Right. Next up, Shane Bieber, Topps Chrome rookie card. Shane Bieber was out for the entire season this year, and that was a bit of a bummer. But this AL Cy Young Award winner is still really, really good, and you can pick up his card super, super cheap. This one is in excellent condition, and I think it's worth grading, so I'm going to send it off. Next up, I have a second year Bryce Harper. This guy is definitely increasing his Hall of Fame potential, and I think anything you have on him, whether it's Topps or Bowman, is definitely going to be worth grading. This is second year, 2012 Bowman Chrome, in great condition. I'm excited to get this one off grading. Centering looks good. Everything seems to look good on this one. So there we go, Bryce Harper. Next up, I've got a Boba Shet rookie card. Topps Chrome update. There you go, the U51 Chrome card. Looks good to me. I think easy 9-10 for sure. I like Boba Shet. I mentioned in one of my previous videos that I think he's overshadowed right now by Vladimir Guerrero, and definitely worth picking up now if he's someone that you think has potential like I do. All right, moving along. This is kind of a cool card. I saw somebody on Instagram had this card, and I think he sold it to me for, I think, $15. Alex Morgan, rookie card. She is super popular in soccer, and her popularity in the hobby is also going up. So I just wanted to take a chance, a little bit of a gamble, throw $15 out there, and hopefully come up with a good grade on Alex Morgan. I think it's a good investment, but I also like to take a little bit of risk. That I leave up to you, how much risk you're willing to take. But I think it's a good investment. So just putting that out there. Next up, this is somebody who I think he's got one of the sweetest swings in the minor leagues right now. Riley Green. This is just a paper. I've already sent off a couple cards of his to get graded, but I haven't sent off any papers, so I'm just putting this aside. This is somebody who I think has got a ton of potential to do really, really well in the big leagues, and I just think he's a great, great player. I think he's the number 2 prospect on the Tigers next to Spencer Torkelson. I don't want to say too much here, but I think he might actually prove to be a little bit better than Spencer Torkelson. I know it's an unpopular opinion, but it is my opinion. I'm just putting that out there. All right. Next up, got an autograph right here. Topps Chrome, rookie card, Rhys Hoskins, autograph. When I got this, I looked at it. The surface looks super, super clean. I think it looks beautiful. I think it's absolutely worth sending in to get graded. He was out with a little bit of an injury this year as well, but I think when he comes back, he's going to get right back to his old self. I think this guy is a solid ball player and definitely worth grading these cards if you have them. Now let's get into some cool stuff. Look at this. We got 2020 first Bowman Chrome. This is the Sparkle Refractor out of 299 of Ezekiel Duran. He was involved in the trade for Joey Gallo, so he's now with Texas. But he put up some decent numbers. I think he had 20 home runs in the minor leagues, and I think he batted about 267 overall this year. Now, 7 of the home runs he had with Texas, I think 13 he had in the Yankees system. So somebody to keep an eye on. I think this is worth grading. It's a beautiful card. There's no scratches or anything on the surface. Centering looks good. So we'll see how it does. Moving on. So I'm going to show 2 of these right now. I've got 2 Michael Busch 2019 Bowman Chrome autos. This is just the base right here on the right, and this is the refractor out of 499 on the left. This guy right now, I believe, is the number 2 prospect on the Dodgers next to Cartaya, the catcher. That I think Michael Busch has got more potential going into the next season to fight for a starting spot. Cartaya might need to look at maybe playing a little more first base potentially. You know, he's got Will Smith to compete with, and that might be tough. But with the potential of Corey Seager potentially going to the Yankees or another team, I think there might be a little bit of a spot for Michael Busch. But let's see, because he's got Gavin Lux. I mean, the Dodgers are just stacked. Trea Turner would have to move. We'll see what happens. But I think Michael Busch is a solid pickup if you can. Let's see, who else we got? Here we go, Alexander Canario. This, again, just a base 2019 Bowman Chrome auto. This guy's a tremendous prospect. I think he's in Double-A now for the San Francisco Giants. If you guys have a chance to pick him up, please do. Definitely worth it. Although, again, disclaimer, I am not a financial advisor here. This is just a hobby that I really enjoy, and I'll talk about everything. I'll try to give some advice. But if you guys have any comments, definitely let me know how I'm doing in the comments below. And if there's anything that you're looking forward to as far as grading cards or who you like grading with, what you're submitting, just any comments below, I'd be happy to get back to you. Anyway, Alexander Canario, his prices have already started to go up a bit, but if you get him in a decent price point, I definitely think it's a good pickup. Here's somebody that's not really talked about too much. He had 20 home runs this year. Mason Martin. This one is a blue refractor at a 150. Again, 2019. 2019 had a ton of solid prospects. So if you're looking for boxes to pick up, potentially 2019 draft is a great one to get into. Again, I'm not sure how much I got this card for, but there's only 150. Card's beautiful. Definitely worth grading. Heading over to PSA for sure. Next up, Nick Prado. And this one is out of 499 as well. Let's see if you guys can see that. There we go, out of 499. Now, Nick Prado, he's playing with MJ Melendez. He is playing with Bobby Witt Jr. That lineup is going to be stacked. He is just a phenomenal prospect, and I'm very, very happy to have this. Excited to see what it gets. Another prospect for the Dodgers, I got this one relatively cheap, is Jacob Amaya. I think I might have paid like $25 with this, but his prices are starting to go up. If you can get something on him relatively cheap, the Dodgers are a phenomenal organization. Their coaching staff is excellent. They're always bringing up really, really clutch and great hitters, so I definitely thought that he was a good investment. Card is solid. It's clean. Definitely worth sending in to get graded. Next up, this guy you should all know, Walker Bueller. He is up for the Cy Young this year. Dodgers just got knocked out by the Braves, but he pitched phenomenally. I definitely think he's probably the front runner for a Cy Young. This is his 2018 Topps Chrome rookie card autograph. Again, card is super clean. I picked this up for around $100. Cards have gone up quite a bit since then, but if you have anything on Walker Bueller like this, definitely worth grading if you can. Who else we got? Boom. 2, MJ Melendez. For those of you that don't know about MJ Melendez, he hit 40 home runs in the big leagues this year. Sorry, not in the big leagues. 40 home runs in the minor leagues this year, more than any other player in the minor leagues. 40. He's got a lot of competition with Salvador Perez catching. They might turn him into a first baseman. This one right here is a Blue Wave out of 150. This one is sort of like an anniversary one they're doing. The 70th anniversary, maybe. This one's out of 70. Let's see if I could pull these guys up for you. There you go. That's out of 150. There you go. Out of 150. And then this one should say out of 70. There we go. Anyway, I think there's great value with MJ Melendez. I think you can get his autos for easily less than $100 right now. And nobody hit more home runs than this guy in the minor leagues. So definitely worth picking up. Hopefully next year he gets a shot at the bigs, whether it's at first base or another team or somewhere. But they definitely need to get him in a lineup for sure. This card I have had for a few years. Look at that. Hank Aaron. Now, this is a bit of a thicker card, and I'm not sure if you guys can see it. I'm going to try and do my best to show you. It's not going to grade a 10 for sure. Probably not even a 9, not even an 8. The corners are kind of, there's a little bit of white on all the corners. But this is just one of those cards that even if it gets a 5, I will be super happy with it. Now, I wanted to make sure it was secure. Anytime you put one of these thicker cards in a card saver, the top is going to be open a little bit. So I just very gently placed some tape on the top just to make sure nothing got in there. Not that I think that it would, but it's just to try to protect the card a little bit more. Hank Aaron, Topps 5-star, number 21 of 25. I mean, this guy was, the home run king for years and years and years until Barry Bonds broke that. But I'm just excited to have this in a slab, so I'm definitely sending this off to PSA to get graded. Let's see. Next one, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. I had his hitting rookie cards already sent off, so this is going to be my first one of him throwing Topps Chrome that I'm going to be sending off to get graded. I just wanted to have it for my PC. I mean, a lot of these cards are for my PC. I mean, I might trade some, but I'm just happy to have this. I just like how it looks. I don't have it in my collection yet, but I want it. So, Vladimir Guerrero rookie card. Boom, Wanda Franco. This guy, what do you have? 43 games straight with getting on base, I believe. And that was a record. So you can't go wrong with that. Guys setting records already in their rookie season. Definitely worth getting. This one, to me, I know it's just his first Bowman Chrome, but to me, I thought this was a 10, and I just wanted to have that for my collection. So, Wanda Franco. Here's somebody who I believe in. Zach Veen. A lot of people are big on him, and I gotta say, I was big on him since the first time I saw him swing. His swing is just super, super sweet. I think this guy's gonna be an absolute baller when he comes up. I believed in him since day one, and I've got a bunch of his cards. I've got like 3 or 4 of these. This one I think should come back a 10, but when I get them back in a few months, we'll check back in, we'll see how it does. This is just his Bowman's Best autograph, and I just think it's a pretty looking card, so I'm excited to get that one back. But also, in the last card, I have his Bowman First 2020 Chrome Purple Auto. Now, something I really like about this is that the purple matches the jersey, so that's something too. You got to do the color matching if you can. Very lucky to have this. This is at a 250. I also have a few of his other cards as well, and I debated sending this in because I thought that the centering might be a little bit off. If you look at the top of the card, especially the top corners up here, it looks like it might 9 just because of the centering. Surface is clean, card is clean, but I thought the centering because of the top. However, if you turn it around and you look at the bottom, it's actually pretty decently centered on the bottom. So I'm hoping that it'll 10. I don't know how it measures up top. It could 9, but I don't think it'll be less than a 9. Either way, Zach Vina is somebody who I really believe in, and I would probably PC him. So I'm excited just to get it in a slab. Even if it comes back as a 9, I will be happy. So anyway, that is going to be all 25 cards for the day. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please, leave some comments below if there's one of these cards that is one of your favorites. Let me know. Let me know if you guys have cards that, like, where are you guys going to submit? Are you guys going to PSA? Where are you sending your cards at? What else? Just, this is all, about the hobby and about a conversation. So if there's somebody that you're just thinking might be a good investment, somebody to collect, let me know. I'd love to hear about it. And I'll keep posting these videos and we'll keep going from there. But either way, thank you guys very much for being here, and I will see you on the next one.